Hey guys, it's Jen from That Catholic Gamer. Today I am using a different camera, so I don't have my headset on, which is fantastic. It drives me nuts, covering my ears and stuff. So today I would like to talk to you about Catholic misconceptions. There's a ton of them. So this is probably going to be a part 1 of 2. So we're going to talk about a few today and then a few sometime soon. The first misconception, always, is praying to Mary. The short answer is we don't pray to Mary. We don't pray to Mary. The long answer is that we ask Mary to pray for us. We ask her to pray to her son Jesus on our behalf. This is called intercession. The definition of intercession is the act of intervening on behalf of another. So we ask Mary or one of the other saints if they will pray for us to Jesus. We know that the saints hear our prayers in heaven because John says of saints in heaven, offering our prayers to God under the form of golden bowls full of incense, which are prayers of the saints. The saints are aware of our petitions and present them to God for us. The second misconception, the Bible. As Catholics, we know that the Bible is not a history book or a science book. So the church is not opposed to modern science, which was a huge deal for me. Actually, did you know that originally the person who came up with the Big Bang Theory based off of Einstein's relativity was a Catholic priest? I'm going to butcher his name because I am not Belgian and don't know very much Belgian. But his name was Father Lemaitre, I think, something like that. He called it the primeval atom, and he was friends with Einstein, and one of their other friends, Fred Hoyle, was making fun of him for his primeval atom and called it the Big Bang Theory. And then years later they figured out that maybe there is something to this, and the name Big Bang Theory stuck. Number 3, the church has all this money and does nothing with it. Well, I can't speak for anyone outside of my church. I can't speak for the Vatican. But I know that our church raises a lot of money for those in need, be it a crisis in another country or helping the poor. We try really hard to help as many people as we can. We also have our food pantry, which is open to anyone, no questions asked. You take what you need. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. It helps a lot of families. The fourth one. I had a conversation on social media recently about the Pope saying that we should be building bridges and not walls. And the immediate answer was, there's walls around the Vatican. Which is true. There are walls around the Vatican. They were built in 1846 when Saracen pirates sacked St. Peter's. Pirates. 1,173 years ago, pirates sacked St. Peter's Square. So the Pope at the time, I can't remember who it was now, and I didn't write it down apparently, sacked or decided to build walls because of pirates. Pirates. So anyone can visit St. Peter's Square. They just have to go through a metal detector, which is common of just about any tourist attraction. So they aren't really trying to keep people out at all. And I mean, the old walls around the Vatican are amazing. Have you looked at them? They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So check it out. But we should be building bridges and not walls. The sixth, am I on 6? 5? The fifth misconception is that the Pope is infallible. People take this to mean a lot of things. Usually they mean that the Pope can do no wrong. It's not the case. It's not the case. So I got out my Catechism of the Catholic Church, and I found on 891, I'm going to read what the Catechism says. The Roman Pontiff, head of the College of Bishops, enjoys this infallibility in virtue of his office, when, as supreme pastor and teacher of the faith of all the faithful, who confirms his brethren in the faith, he proclaims by definitive act a doctrine pertaining to faith or morals. The infallibility promised to the Church is also present in the body of bishops when, together with Peter's successor, they exercise a supreme magisterium, above all in an ecumenical council. When the Church, through its supreme magisterium, proposes a doctrine for belief as being divinely revealed and as teaching of Christ, the definitions must adhere with obedience of faith. The infallibility extends as far as the deposit of divine revelation itself. So an ecumenical council is an assembly of patriarchs, cardinals, bishops, abbots, heads of religious orders, and other judicial persons nominated by the Pope. They define doctrines, reaffirm truth of the faith, and expiate heresy. So what this means is that when an ecumenical council meets, the doctrine, or they're usually, it's about somebody challenging the doctrines of the faith. So when they put out a doctrine, it's something that everyone in the Catholic faith has to follow. Those are considered infallible. The person themselves is a person. They're human. Of course, they're not infallible. I mean, if as a person they were infallible, they would never go to confession, right? Because they wouldn't have ever sinned, because everything that they do is right. But yet, Pope John Paul II went to confession weekly, and Pope Pius X went daily. So there's no such thing as being an infallible person unless you're Jesus. Just the doctrines that are put out when you're working with your ecumenical council, those are infallible. We all have to follow them. So I hope that I was able to help you learn some of the misconceptions of the Church and why people believe them. Usually it's things taken out of context and misunderstood, which is fine. If there are any misconceptions that I did not talk about that you would like to hear about, please put them in the comments down below. I would love to try to figure out where the misconception is. Otherwise, I will have another video soon about some more misconceptions. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you have a great day. God bless. Enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell if you want to see my video, or if you want a notification for my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff. Thank you. Have a great day.